The driver passes mile marker 12. Then the mirror shows marker 13 behind them before it appears ahead. Only a dashcam recording where the rearview mirror shows road that did not exist before the car passed. The first witness does not scream. The timestamp clicks forward in a room where every clock has been unplugged. The witness repeats the wrong date and starts crying before they understand why. The first question is not what happened. It is why a dashcam recording where the rearview mirror shows road that did not exist before the car passed already knows the witness. The safe explanation is radio bleed from another room. For almost 1 minute, that explanation works. Then the evidence stops matching itself and starts matching the witness. And the room stops feeling like a place people can leave. The cost is small enough to deny and personal enough to ruin them. The nearest person steps back like the evidence has recognized them. The archive can keep its labels. The story belongs to the person who realizes a dashcam recording where the rearview mirror shows road that did not exist before the car passed has started answering them personally. A light flickers once, then holds steady as if someone has warned it. The next contradiction is not bigger. It is closer. The corrected copy changes first. Now the witness has to decide whether the evidence is a warning, a lure, or a rehearsal. The road is not trapping the car in front. It is building a past the witness can never drive back through. The opening no longer looks like the first scene. It looks like the moment the room chose who would remember it. They step away from the dashcam and refuse to say whose voice came through it. The last sound is a voice practicing the witness's answer. The file ends because the archive runs out of procedure, not because the witness runs out of fear. By now, a rural night highway that lengthens only behind the driver feels rehearsed. Dust shifts across the table before the door opens. The witness is no longer investigating the event. The event is testing the witness. A small detail turns personal when the dashcam answers back. The danger is not death. It is being edited out of your own account. The room goes quiet only after someone says the wrong name. A reflection arrives half a second before the person casting it. The witness notices the pattern too late. Someone laughs once, too quietly, then asks to leave without looking away. The lights stay ordinary, which makes the contradiction worse. The room remembers the witness before the witness enters. Nobody can blame spectacle for what changed. When the dashcam returns, a mislabeled intake file almost holds. Then the witness transcript quotes a sentence nobody has spoken yet. No, 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 that's tomorrow. The sentence lands wrong because the dashcam has already filed it as yesterday. How does it know? A hand stays above the table. A name is avoided, and one breath arrives too late. The room pressures the witness before anyone understands what noticed them first. The choice lands before the mechanism becomes clear. The evidence returns only after it has changed a person, a memory, or a private lie. Each added detail makes the witness less certain they arrived after the event began. A witness looks for permission to laugh, then realizes nobody else heard the same thing. A harmless detail becomes impossible to ignore. Forward view stays ordinary, but the rear view mirror. The witness lowers their hand before anyone tells them what the evidence is. The file has found the person it wants. The final ordinary sound is not a scream. It is the dashcam, repeated once, after everyone agrees the room is empty. The evidence waits in plain view while the witness invents reasons not to look at it. Every explanation asks one person to give up a piece of what they remember. A small object from the opening returns with a changed consequence. The second playback removes the safest explanation. The witness understands why the room noticed them first. The case changes shape when the clean recording keeps the damage and loses the voice. A private memory becomes physical evidence in front of strangers. The archive can record the moment, but it cannot make it harmless. A witness misreading the tag would be comforting if it explained the timing. It does not, because the evidence is sealed, but the seal is warm. The consequence arrives through one clear detail. The recording catches a breath that does not belong to anyone on the log. Ordinary procedure fails because a person changes before the evidence does. The next silence has shape. The final tag is signed in handwriting the witness has not learned yet. Everyone hears it differently, and only one person understands why. The witness stops asking what the object is and starts asking what it has already practiced on them. The air has the flat, wet smell of a room after power has been off too long. The second witness is listed as present tomorrow. What hurts is how ordinary the evidence remains. The witness understands that touching it would feel like agreement. The file can call it a discrepancy, but the witness has already changed. Someone has to choose whether to trust their memory or the object in front of them. The recording ends with the table waiting for another hand. By the final pass, the evidence is not louder, it is closer. The clean recording keeps the damage and loses the voice. Stay with the witness after the obvious explanation fails. The witness realizes the room knows which lie they were about to tell. The room does not become louder, it becomes more personal. A witness misreading the tag fails because the evidence stops matching itself and starts matching the witness. The room goes quiet only after someone says the wrong name. One more practical detail changes what the witness can trust. The evidence stays ordinary enough to touch, and that is why touching it feels like answering. The next proof belongs to a person, not a file. The horror keeps shrinking until it fits inside one remembered detail. The witness transcript quotes a sentence nobody has spoken yet. The reply is almost too quiet to file. Not yet. The words come from below, a rural night highway that lengthens only behind the driver, and every safe explanation stops working. A second silence arrives after the room should be safe. Radio bleed from another room almost explains it. Then the last sound is a voice practicing the witness's answer. Keep the camera on the person who tries not to react. The dashcam makes the room feel chosen instead of observed. The archive can seal evidence, but it cannot seal what the witness remembers next. The safest explanation breaks in a human place. A hand stops, a name disappears, and the dashcam waits in plain view. No one, in a rural night highway that lengthens only behind the driver, says the fear out loud. Battery failure still sounds useful until the corrected copy changes first. The room gives the witness one more chance to deny it. A staffer pockets the key, then cannot remember which door it opens. Then the dashcam answers with the detail they were hiding. The first person in the room forgets a name they had just written down. The evidence stops matching itself and starts matching the witness. Stay with the witness after the obvious explanation fails. Battery failure fails because the corrected copy changes first. The second witness is listed as present tomorrow. The room remembers the witness before the witness enters. Wait, did you hear that? The witness asks, and a rural night highway that lengthens only behind the driver seems to hold its breath around the dashcam. Who answers when nobody has spoken? Don't touch it, someone says when the dashcam answers out of turn, but the warning arrives one breath too late. Please don't make me answer it, the witness whispers, but the dashcam rings once from inside a rural night highway that lengthens only behind the driver. Why does it know their voice? That isn't me, the witness says. Then the playback uses the same panic, half a second early. Open the door. The words come from the dashcam, soft and patient. What door is it talking about? A witness misreading the tag almost explains it. Then the room goes quiet, only after someone says the wrong name. The case language stays locked to road getting longer.